One. All right. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate you sitting down, doing this street interview with me. I feel they're very important. Being that the rules and all the different things that are going on with people that are out here on the streets nowadays. You can't even go to a park nowadays, and I feel that that's awful in itself. So we're going to start from the beginning.
All right.
What is your name, age, and current living situation?
My name is Mya She Ramirez, and my living situation is I'm waiting for housing right now, but I'm outside.
Waiting for housing. Could you elaborate? How long have you been waiting for housing, and is it a voucher that you have? Or?
Yes, it's a voucher I have, and actually I've been waiting for, I want to say, since September 26th. The day I got out of the hospital.
Okay. Can you tell me a little about your journey and what was life like prior to you becoming homeless?
It was, I had my trials and errors, but I've always been very good at maintaining myself. I have 6 children. I was married young. I had my first 3 with my first husband, and then my second 3 with my last husband. And that divorce kind of threw me out there. It really, the depression alone in 2019 with COVID and everything happening, I fell off after losing the divorce and losing custody of my kids. Not to anything CPS or anything, but to my husband. That was hard for me because he was abusive. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
It took me down.
Yeah, that's awful. There's so many different reasons that I hear on the daily about why someone ends up out here on the street. A lot of people just chalk it up to drug abuse, but that's highly the answer. There's mental illness out here. There's people just circumstantial.
Right.
There's a variety of different reasons why someone can end up on the street, and I just think before anyone casts any stones, or is callous, they should probably just think about it or be
I didn't even
be
do
humble
drugs.
at the end of the day.
Yeah, I didn't do drugs for the first 2 years I was out here.
Man, that's heavy. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's the dabbling in this, dabbling in that, and getting further into this lifestyle. I started using drugs just because it was a social thing. And addiction came later.
Some people that I talk to who are out here, they say that they stay awake or use illicit substances to stay awake so that they can retain the rest of the stuff that they have, and or for protection issues. Is that a reason for you?
Yes, because I'm a woman out here,
Okay.
so it's easier to be awake at night and sleep during the day,
Yes,
so that
I
you don't know who's next to you. And if you think it's not going to happen to you, the majority of women out here have been. Guys seem to think it's okay to take what they want. The society that we live now, this community, has gone backwards quite a few years.
Yeah, that's awful. Man, that's awful.
It happens a lot.
You're not the first woman who said that to me. I always ask, is it better being out here with a significant other, or is it better being out here by yourself? What say you?
Being with a significant other would be better. My husband's in prison, so that's made me by myself, but that's why you usually camp with somebody, usually a guy that you can trust. It's better to have that than no guy at all. You know what I'm saying?
I concur. I agree with you. That has to be awful, man. And then the fact that you just said most women out here have been through some kind of trial and error, some kind of trauma, that's horrible, to say the least. I sympathize, definitely empathize with somebody who's been through a situation like that, and it's awful. What does a typical day on the streets look like for you? Is it, always the same? Is it different? What's it like?
Well, for a while, I would say I have periods of times that are the same. Every day is a hustle. I work at, I actually have a job, so I work at a church.
Man, that's amazing. Shout out to you.
Thank you. I try to give back and help my community as much as possible, trying to change. One little thing can help, and the little changes, giving food is what I do. and trying to get other people in the community to give back to and get other grocery stores and stuff to donate food. Is kind of what I do, is to give back. It keeps me grounded.
Man, I only could imagine.
Yeah.
Doing the little I do, talking to people every day is, and getting a smile or getting someone to open up about their life. That is a feeling that's amazing to me. So I can only imagine what it's like to actually, feed and clothe and do things like that.
It feels good to do something that is positive, and that's also to a way, because it was hard for me to get accepted by this community, so to be accepted by anybody, feels good, especially when you feel like an outcast.
Man, amazing. Very well put. What's been the hardest part of being homeless for you?
I guess the cleanliness. I'm OCD.
Ooh,
So
man,
I clean myself constantly. The dirt and filth that's around are feeling, even though I'm clean, feeling dirty. Do you know what I'm saying? Feeling dirty or feeling less than when you walk into a store or something. The way you're looked at when they see you push a cart or something. It hurts.
Man, that sucks. Yeah, gosh, that's awful. I wish this world, I feel like America's lost what it's like to be empathetic or have compassion towards people who are going through a bad situation, so to speak.
Right. I don't think people realize that, homelessness doesn't exist in the rest of the world like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to be thankful that most people that are truly homeless in other places, they don't eat. You know what I'm saying? I eat. I'm able to clothe myself. I'm able to make choices to get myself out of this situation. It's, for me, the mental part that has me here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm working on that slowly but surely. I just don't like it out here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to continue to be in this situation.
Man, that's amazing. The fact that you definitely don't like it out here and you're doing everything to try to get out of the situation. Would you believe it if I told you that I hear a lot of people say that being out here was a social experiment? Do you think they're playing or joking?
I think that they're retarded. It's not a social experiment. I think that they say stuff to make them feel better about the choice that led them out here. I think that you have to tell yourself something to actually believe and to accept what you've accepted in your life.
To make it okay.
To make it okay.
Yeah. Wow. That was you're very well spoken too, by the way.
Thank you.
Is there a particular experience you've had while homeless that stands out? I'm sure there's been quite a few, but could you elaborate on one or so that probably stood out the most or something?
The most poignant one I had probably was, I guess this last time, this last experience, going to jail and then being in jail and hearing the nurse. I was really sick and I kept what they call falling out, me and downing, and they said that I heard the nurse, when I was kind of passed out, sit there and say, well, she's homeless, what is she really gonna do? And when they checked my blood pressure, I think I was 80/20 and I was dying, and they sat there, and what they said to me was, hearing that and them putting me in the hole first before they sent me out, saying that I was faking it was hard.
So it has to be.
Being less than and not believed just because of my status in life is crazy.
I bet. What is the most common reason you see for people ending up homeless out here? Especially for, I'm 44, and what I see happen for that the most is it's a younger generation. So 18 to like 30, the reason they're out here, it has to do with drugs. It has nothing else to do. They're able-bodied, they can work. Able-bodied citizens. Yeah.
Yes, they are lazy. And they don't have the same work ethic that, the 80s babies do and the 70s babies do, I'm an 80s baby.
100%.
They want instant gratification and they want to get high, and the new high is slumped out. It's not open your mind, expand it, talk about new things, new ideas. It's not that. This is a whole new drug society that is just backwards.
Man, I agree with you. I never in my life thought I'd ever see, 40 people at a bus stop and just a cop ride by and someone just lift up the towel and just blow a huge cloud of smoke and cop not do nothing. No one even think it's a bad idea, or
Yep.
I think that's terrible.
I don't think that blatant drug use is okay. I don't think we don't realize that there's people that have lost family members,
100%.
that their kids are around seeing this stuff. There's a way to do it. If you want to do drugs, you should have your own home.
Yeah,
You're
go
your
hide.
home,
Go hide somewhere.
Hide somewhere. Go somewhere privately where you can do it. You
Yes,
can get
ma'am.
a job, you can rent a room, and you can get high.
Yes,
You know what I'm
ma'am.
saying? There's plenty of doctors and lawyers I know that get high every day.
Yeah, 100%. When we were getting high, smoking weed and stuff, I'd rather hop in a trash can before I ever sit on the corner of the street.
I don't want
and
people to
just,
see me do drugs.
Yeah,
It's a
no.
private thing.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
a private thing. 100%. And not only that, it's disrespectful.
Extremely. Extremely. And I'm tired of everybody saying, oh, well, why can't I do this? Because it's not okay and it's illegal.
Very true. If you could speak to your younger self, what would you say?
Love yourself.
Man, that's dope. Good. Right on. Good on. That's very good. Is there a person or organization that has made a significant and or positive impact on your life since you've been out here?
Adrian at the church that I work at, she is definitely down to earth, but has
Shout out
made
Adrian.
a impact on trying to help me reach the goals I'm looking to reach.
Man, that's amazing. Shout out, like I say, shout out anybody who goes out of their way to help somebody in a bad situation or someone who's, living under their means right now, going through trial and error. Shout out to anybody who's willing to try to help,
It's awesome.
Yeah, I believe it's an amazing thing. What is a skill or talent you have that people might not expect?
I don't know. I'm pretty eccentric, so people can tell that I like theater and stuff, but I'm actually a really good poet.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. Deaf poetry. Oh, yeah. What are your hopes for the future?
To be out of this situation and back living a better life than I lived before.
Man, very good. That's very good. Very good. What is something you wish more people understood about being homeless?
That we come from all walks of life, and that we're just like them in a bad situation. Just take the time to say hello.
Yeah, I've heard that before. They say, just saying hi or sitting and talking with somebody can bring great value. A lot of people don't understand what it's like just to, listen sometimes. Just
Right.
give a lending ear.
Right.
Could make someone's day. So, what advice would you give someone going through a hard time?
That you need to step back and realize that there's more, that you have to believe in yourself. You have to learn to love yourself and trust yourself, because probably your gut was telling you the right decision in the first place.
Man, very good. And I told you I didn't want to keep you too long. Last but not least, do you have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or anything like that? Just in case whoever might see this interview, you never know, they might be interested in helping you out or something.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Shout it out.
It's cashapp Charles. I forget what it is. I think it's Charles. I guess the email's Charles Anthony Johnson 862@gmail.com.
There you have it, folks. This was an amazing street interview. I really thought it was informational. And I feel that, whoever might see this will definitely get some, use out of this,
Thank you.
And I believe that wholeheartedly. Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate you. If I ever see you again and you feel up to it, can we get an update?
Absolutely. Amen.
You know, because even though you're down, I like, and I'm getting an interview, I
Yeah.
like to get, catch it when you're doing good too and on your way up.
Thank you. I would love that.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a good one.
You too. Bye.